Okay, so this is a response video to I believe the name of this YouTuber is MoniesWorld, some black female from the UK, and she did a video. Um, she did a hidden camera video recording this white guy who allegedly likes black women, and he talks about what he likes about them, this, that, and the third. It pissed me off because just like that other white dude on YouTube, Colin, they use the same bullshit. They use the same bullshit talking points on why they like black women, but they were bullshit. Always like, oh, it's the black men. The black men are not allowing me to date y'all because they're threatening me. They're threatening me on YouTube. They're threatening me. And they started acting all bitch made. The problem that like I said, the problem I have with them is that okay, let me go with the video. So as I'm watching the video, I'm like pissed off. Like, okay, you have this, black woman hearing generic shit about black women. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. I love you guys. Da 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 da, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, this is the most generic shit. This is something like I can make up on the top of my head. And so the white dude talks about how black men are cock blocking him, and he is like he goes out with a black woman, and black guys are harassing him on the streets, telling him to leave our women alone. um then he talks, then like, okay, so what was funny was that when she asked about like her views on black men or something, he or black women, he ends up talking about black men like all of a sudden. Like that was the first thing that came out of his mouth was like, oh, well, the thing I don't like about black guys is that, or black people, is that they play the race card. I'm like, nigga, you talking about interracial dating? What the fuck does the race card have to do with it? Oh, like when black people get pulled over by the police, they can't believe that, hey, you ran the red light. You ran the red light, so don't question the police. Why you acting all jumpy and scared for? You know? See, it is, and then this dumb Negro bedwench, yeah, I called her a Negro bedwench, um, plays dumb and agrees with him, like, yeah, yeah. And like, dumbass don't even know what the fuck she agreeing to. Yeah, I agree. I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm a black man. I have to worry about the police. Fuck, I was just chilling a couple weeks ago, making the video, and I'm just sitting down by I'm just sitting down. I see a police SUV just drive right in front of me. Like he didn't even give a damn that I was like so close. And so, I have to be, suspicious and worried about that because, I see people like Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice get no justice, and their killing is justified, and no white man can help me understand why a 12-year-old boy, Tamir Rice, where I don't know how old he is, but nobody can explain to me on why on why a black boy playing in the playground gets shot on arrival, killed on arrival, and you have dumb crackers telling me we play the race card too damn much. But these white folks love playing around with these cops. You have white boys quoting amendment rights and articles and court cases of why they can carry a gun or why they can disrespect police. And black folks, we're told to just be, sit your black ass down and You know, don't question my authority because you're nobody and I'm a cop. You know, but you have this dumb Negro bedwench and agreeing with his dumb shit. And I don't really believe that black men are running out or chasing white men with black women who are with black. You know, I can see it happening sometimes, but you know, these days I don't see it. I don't see it as much. I can believe it online, but I don't see it in real life to where like you know black men are like, you stupid Negro Bedouin, how dare you be with this white man? I can't. I don't really believe in that shit. I don't really think that. But you know, hey, it may get to that point because the classism within interracial dating, because you know black women see the privilege and the power that white men have, and it fucks their mind. It fucks black men's mind because all they can ride off of is swag and dick. And you know, you have this corny white boy who can, uh, you know, get with the best of your women, and he can be so racist, insensitive, but you know, she holds her tongue. And you know, the power dynamics of the white man and the Negro Bedouin, it does piss black men off because you know black men have to earn respect. We have to earn. We don't get the privileges of just walking around saying, "I'm me, god damn it." You know, we even when we give ourselves superficial titles like, you know who the fuck I am, bitch. I am the original man. Do you know who I am, cracker? I am a god. I am a black god. I am Osiris. I am an Egyptian king, pharaoh. I ruled the world and had your bitches on chains. Like, we don't have that innate privilege, like, where we can just walk around in any place and, you know, we see people, like, kneeling before us. You know, we don't get that. Um, the issue you know, that I have with, you know, with her, with Money's World is that you get smitten too easily, you know, and this be the same type of goofy chicks who will be talking about, uh, you know, how you know black men are doing black women wrong and we don't fight for y'all, and you know it's like, you know, it just kind of gets tiring, you know, to be debunking it and just having them agree and saying like, hey, we've been there for you. It's like you haven't been there for us. And you know, black women play both sides of the fence to where they want global validation. They want love from Asian men, white men, Hispanic men, white men, black men, and you know, but you know, we want them just to have appreciation for us. Like, hey, you know, don't worry about what white men think of you. The only love that should matter is, hey, black men love you. That's it. But you know, black women want all the attention because white women are getting all the affection and love and all that shit, and so they feel some type of way. Um, and you know, it pisses me off that black women claim to be leading the woke movement and fighting for injustice and racism, but you still see them playing both sides of the fence. You know, you see this with not blackish, dear white people. And you know, you have this biracial Negro Bedouin playing both sides of the fence. You know, she's trying to fit in with the black kids and be all revolutionary and shit. And it just turns in, but you know, she's with a white guy. And it's offsetting. It's like, because you know damn well they would never, you know, if it was a black guy who's with a white woman, the show wouldn't even be popping. And it wouldn't even get any respect. And so, how many black women get mad over Kanye and talk about how he's the biggest race traitor. But when we say, oh, hey, look at Tyra Banks, isn't she a race traitor? Hey, no, she's not. No, she's not. See? But, she's parading a white baby in your face. And you telling me this is the best that black women can do? This is a woman who had to fight and claw her way to the industry and, prove that black women can be beautiful and can be marketable. And, the best she can do is, spawn the white baby. And, black women, you can't play both sides, man. If you're gonna be all uptight about white women and light skin or biracial women, stop interracial dating. Not saying that they're the majority of them, but the thing is, you can't fight it. You can't fight colorism with colorism. And that's the dumb shit that Kerrigan is on. I saw like a recent article that she did, to where she's talking about her daughter playing with black dolls and what dolls to play with and some shit. And Kerrigan comes from a very color-struck family, especially from her grandmother. And this is some shit that a lot of black women refuse to talk about, because the colorism from niggas ain't really that hard. Like, they'll feel some type of way about it, but they can move on. What gets them the most is colorism from their family. And this is not, from men or the boys or the uncles or the fathers or whatever. It's from their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties, their sisters. This is from other women. And Kerrigan comes from this line of colorless women who, she has a grandmother who always wanted a light-skinned biracial baby with good hair. And so Kerrigan has granted her this biracial baby, but the problem with Kerrigan is that she plays both sides of the fence, and so she's like, I'm not gonna have you favor her like that. And maybe it could be due to the grandmother doesn't show the same amount of love to Maxie, and that could be it. And like I said, I do believe that there is friction between Maxie and Kerrigan's mixed daughter, because I kind of find it like they don't really acknowledge their existence. You don't see them. You never saw them together. Um, it just seems really weird. Like there's like the mixed side, and then there's the black side, and she just seems like the lone wolf, the lone wolf in the family. Um, and so I did get Kerrigan's stance to where she's trying to fight colorism in her family with colorism. I'm like, your daughter could be, identify as whatever, and it will still be problematic. Granted, okay, you don't let your grandmother see your daughter, but she's probably still happy. She's still like, hey, I can't see her now, but you know, when she gets of age, me and her can hang out and get to know each other a bit more without her mom's meddling, and she'll probably still be her favorite granddaughter or whatever. Um, but Kerrigan's family is just freaking stupid. She's just stupid, and like the thing with I was about to say again with biracials is that no matter what she classifies herself as or where she goes, it will always be problematic. She's already problematic for being biracial. She's already problematic for valuing whiteness. Whether she knows it or not, she's in a white community in a white dominated area. And if she goes white, you know, will her children realize or remember or even give a damn that they're partially black? You know, what if a black boy likes her daughter? You know, what's she gonna be like? Oh well, she doesn't deserve black love from you because you're turning down dark skinned women. But would you get mad if your daughter was in a role, a Hollywood role, an acting role, but it's designed for a dark skinned girl? And you know, let's just say I can't really think of a dark skinned character off the top of my head. But you know, let's just say who's a dark skinned character that most people can. Geez, I really can't think of any. But you know, you catch my drift. Just like for example, the gem in the holograms live action movie. There was controversy that the about the black girl was turned to a biracial girl, and they made her racially ambiguous, and there was a big fandom war within themselves to clarify and justify that, hey, that you know the character is black, and you know we see that she has a black father, black boyfriend, and you know how can they neglect that? But this is my video. I don't want to make it too long.